On Thursday last week, the Constitutional Court sitting in Mbale High Court upheld the recent amendment of the Constitution to remove the presidential age limit, but quashed the MP's extension of their tenure from 5 to 7 years and the reinstatement of the presidential term limits. 4 days later on Monday, President Museveni, who was attending the BRICS summit, issued a statement saying, "Judges are not the ones in charge of the country. If NRM MPs follow my guidelines and bond closely with the people, through wealth and job creation, we can, together with the people, make necessary constitutional reforms, judges or no judges." According to the Uganda Law Society, that is mandated to advise government on the rule of law, such a statement from the head of state not only casts the judiciary in bad light, but also undermines this arm of government. Some legal practitioners share this view.
I think his statement is extremely unfortunate and regrettable. I think the judiciary should be empowered to even be stronger than it is. But additionally, I think the judiciary should be given the due respect it deserves.
The president needs to be reminded that the Constitution requires the executive to respect the judiciary, and that the judiciary is supposed to be independent. Independence of the judiciary is one of the hallmarks of our Constitution.
Government spokesperson Ofwono Opondo told NTV that the president has the right to express himself when he is aggrieved, just like the opposition did after the Constitutional Court judgment.
What is critical is that his complaint in the public media, does not by itself alter the decision, the judgment of court.
Some analysts have often doubted the independence of the Uganda judiciary, as stated in the Constitution. They often cite the fact that the president appoints judges, although it's with approval of Parliament, a Parliament that acts on his whims. I asked whether the president's statement was a sign of interference by the executive in the work of the judiciary that is supposed to be independent.
We've had issues with the way some judges are appointed because some of these are political failures, are political friends to the president, and they are appointed to an office of the judicial officer. And some of them, despite the Constitution requiring that they act impartial, some of them have been known to act partially.
So what needs to be done for the judiciary to win public interest?
If they interpret the law based on prejudices, biases, fears, all the callings of the dictates of power, the risk is high, legitimacy.
We as Ugandans, bearing in mind our history, should be very, very cautious about utterances such as those that were made by the president. We need to be very, very cautious, and even leaders, we call upon leaders not to speak recklessly.
For decades, the judiciary has advocated for the passing of the Judiciary Administration Bill that will enhance the autonomy of the institution and improve its funding, which is currently about just 1% of the national budget. Some people are advocating for the Kenyan model where the Chief Justice and other judges are appointed through a televised competitive process. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.